Now let's get started in the 6 key woodworking tools that I feel any shop really needs. This is a thickness planer, and what this does, it planes the 2 wide surfaces of a board so that they're smooth and uniform in thickness all the way down the dimension of the board. Now it's really important when you buy lumber to buy boards that are flat, warp-free and twist-free. Site the board and set the warp boards back for someone else to deal with down the road. That will make your woodworking a whole lot more enjoyable. Select your lumber wisely. One other thing, before I use this thickness planer, it's important to read the grain on a board to get the best cutting results and avoid tear out. That's where the wood tears away. So if you look at the grain on this and you see that cathedral arch pattern on that, the way we want to feed this is not into the peaks of the cutter head assembly of this planer. We want to rotate it around so the peaks are pointing away from the cutter head, and that will give us the smoothest cut. Read the boards, it'll work a whole lot better for you as a woodworker. And when you're using power tools, use heavy gauge extension cords and keep the cord short. No longer than 25 feet. Now we'll put our safety gear on. Be sure to read, understand, and follow the instructions that come with the tools and products you use. Work safely. Now let's talk about the Delta 12.5-inch thickness planer. It can handle boards up to 6 inches thick, beam work basically, and today we're going to plane the boards down to a 3/4 inch thickness. Make them nice and smooth. And this is tiger maple, so we need good cuts. I'll show you how to do that. Here are the key parts. This is the cutter head assembly lock mechanism right here. And you lock that to avoid snipe and get a better cut when you're making a cut. I'll release that right now so I can use the elevation crank. What this does is it raises and lowers the cutter head assembly to accommodate various thicknesses of lumber and take successive passes off to make the wood thinner. And here you can see the scale that will tell you right off this red cursor exactly how thick the boards are. So I'll bring that down and I adjust this elevation crank no more than a 1/4 turn when I'm using it. The beautiful thing about this planer is when you get it, you just get a little kerosene on a rag, get the packing grease off and clean this tool up and put some wax on it and you're in business. Now lock the cutter head assembly and let's get into the cuts. Now check this out. That's a beautiful surface. I'll make one more pass to bring it down to that 3/4 inch thickness. And to do that, I release the cutter head lock, rotate that down a 1/4 revolution, take light cuts, and now one more pass and we're in business. Now check out the surface of this board. That is absolutely perfect, and it's flat because we started with good wood to begin with. These 2 surfaces are parallel to each other. Now we can take it to the joiner and join a straight edge.